It is the business end of the Champions League. It is the Champions League semi-final, first leg at the Santiago Bernabéu Stadium. Real Madrid against Manchester City. At the moment, as I say, live on talkSPORT. Real Madrid go into this 9-4. Manchester City, just the favourites at 11-10 going into this match. And of course, we remember not that long ago what Real Madrid did at the expense of Manchester City. Manchester City went out over in the Bernabeu when it looked like they were going to progress to a final. And of course, that is not lost on midfielder Rodri.
I think football gives you the option to go have revenge. Of course, I have the philosophy, and I think all my teammates have the philosophy that you can always learn about the past experiences. We did a great 2 games, but at the end football was like this. We didn't go through, but we are here again to fight again with illusion, with motivation, with the feeling that we're doing the things very, very good this year, and we arrive, I think, in the best moment. And yeah, as I tell you, we try to learn about what we can improve, what we did bad in that moment.
So, bit of a message of revenge, says Rodri. We want revenge for what happened last year. So, Real Madrid know exactly what's coming. Knocking on their door tonight, Simon, is a Manchester City side who go into the Bernabeu as favourites tonight to go through the 2-legged tie. And Phil is saying they are terrified of Haaland.
I don't think
terrified of him.
Well, I don't think they're outsiders. They might be slight underdogs over the 2 legs. I don't think they're underdogs to get beat in the Bernabeu tonight. Because
over the 2-leg City are favourites to do it.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I don't think them coming to Madrid is going to fill them with terror. I think it fills them with awareness. They are aware of what's coming.
Yeah,
and they're aware of the potential for Erling Haaland to create some damage. But let's be clear: Man City have had better sides than Lyon in previous competitions and still lost this game. Real Madrid last year somehow managed to find their way past Chelsea, Manchester City and Liverpool, more compellingly against Liverpool. But in those particular games, everyone went, they're not in these games. How are they getting outcomes?
Yes.
Because there is something about Madrid, Ancelotti, the whole atmosphere of playing in that particular part of the world. It'll be hot tonight. It won't be, the temperature in Spain is very warm at this moment in time. So all those things will play into it. The expectation levels, we will see. We will see. Ketchumalides is a Real Madrid man, so he'll play it down for the management of the expectation. But this is not going to be a gimme. Man City should overcome over 2 legs. They should. And if they come away from the Bernabeu with, say, a 2-1 loss tonight, then they're all right. If they come away with a win or a draw, then they're home and hosed.
Yeah.
I'm
inclined to agree with you, Simon. Domestically, they won the Copa del Rey at the weekend, but they have been chasing, and they've now missed out on the chase on Barcelona, who are pushing towards the La Liga title. So of the 2, Barcelona, of course, are the ones who are going to be partying at the end of this year. I agree with you. This is not the Real Madrid of old.
No, it's not.
This isn't the one we've seen wiping everybody aside.
This is a cup competition.
Yeah.
And it's a shootout now.
Yeah.
And it's who turns up on the day. It's not who turns up over 38 games.
Sure.
It's who turns up on a day. And you've got 2 days they've got to turn up on, and you will never, ever suggest that Real Madrid aren't capable of overcoming whoever is in front of them.
It's a heck of a story if Manchester City win it for the first time. If they can do it and win this trophy for the first time, should English fans be backing English teams in Europe?
Yeah.
Should fans of other clubs say, do you know what? Well done to them. They are incredible. As you said, they play what how did you describe it the other day?
Beautiful football.
Beautiful football.
Yeah.
Beautiful, and they do. So should we all say they're on the brink of getting into the final of Europe's most elite tournament? So
I think we should
let's get behind them.
I think we should give one another due respect. I don't think we should be behind them. It's like, and we said it last year, a couple of years ago, you and I had a joke about how do you want Scotland to get on in the European Championship? I couldn't care less. I genuinely couldn't care less. And I genuinely couldn't care less at how Man City get on. But I think they should be respected rather than diminished on the field stuff. Off the field stuff, I'll have a different conversation with you. But on the field stuff, Manchester City, as a team, should be respected.
But they're flying the flag for the Premier League.
So you want a Liverpool fan, a Man United fan, an Arsenal fan to cheer for Man City because they're our sole representatives in the
Just
Champions
respect
League.
it.
I think it should be respected, not diminished. I think we shouldn't make it all about the fact they've done this, and they've done that, and they've done the other. Right? You should just look at the pure essence of what Guardiola's done, what that team looks like on paper, because the only thing English about Man City is its geography. There's nothing else English about it. It's got 2 English players in the team, haven't they?
Yeah, and for that reason
3.
and others, you say that Manchester City are not respected in this country and don't command the respect that maybe they should do.
Yeah, and I make that argument, and I levy it myself as well. And that's why I wrote an article a couple of weeks ago saying, hang on a second, we should just think about this. Rather than people like me and others around us constantly going after them for what I think their shortcomings are, let's just distill down what they do on the pitch. And let's not argue about this, because it is, like I said, all boats rise in a high tide. I think that the quality of football in the Premier League is directly relational to the Guardiola experience and the Klopp experience.
Yeah.
And Man City at the front of that queue.
What will make them the thoroughly appreciated champions? If they win this,
Stop having such whining fans.
No, come on. Come on. I mean, I think they should be respected for who they are, what they are, where they've come from, and what they may be about to do.
I think that's absolutely true. I think that, on one hand, you have tribalism, and you have people are respectful of Man City's play. They're not respectful of some of the Man City's activities off the field. Like this morning, I wrote an article 2 weeks ago, a very glowing article at Man City, but you've got Man City fans piling in because I dared say if Noel Gallagher comes in the studio, I'll laugh if they're coming on the back of defeats. It's that kind of attitude. But then that's not unique to Man City. That's most football fans, to be honest.
Yeah.
It just happens to be that Man City fans are the ones that seem to be most vociferous at times on here. But I also don't think we've never established, and it might be a case of bleeding obvious, that there's the idea that Man City must win the Champions League to be defined as a football team. I don't actually think they do need to win it to be defined as a football team, because it's a cup competition. Winning the Premier League and winning it repeatedly and endlessly.
They need to win it, Simon.
Oh, I think to
Guardiola needs to win this.
I think to dispel certain arguments,
They need to win it.
And to put yourself in the corridors of those that are considered to be elite.
Yeah.
Now, back in the day, weren't Ajax a dominant team in the European Cup when it was the European? What's happened to them then? They're not on the table anymore, are they?
No.
So you don't have to be defined by that. But then the argument then would be is that Ajax are accepted as a powerhouse of football, and Man City are not. They're like a Johnny-come-lately.
Yeah.
So I do think but the brief for Guardiola is to be better than everybody else, and we'll give you the tools to be so. So he's done that in English domestic football. He's been better than everybody else.
I think if they win the thing and do the treble, we're all going to be indulging a bit of that.
Well,
because we salute you.
I think we should be doing a bit of that, not a bit of that.
Not so much that, more of that.
Yeah.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.